Hello everybody, I am Mike from the Rewatch Project podcast, and I am a lifelong Star Wars and Star Trek fan watching classic Doctor Who for the first time, namely the William Hartnell era. I'm here on season 2 with the third part of the Daleks Invasion of Earth series, so very much looking forward to getting into this. Before I do so, just a quick reminder that I do appreciate feedback. It is awesome getting all of the historical context and behind the scenes nuggets from you, the learned Doctor Who fans, because obviously I am a huge newbie in the way of Doctor Who, so this is all news to me. And you can leave said feedback either through email at rewatchprojectpodcast@gmail.com or through leaving a comment here on the YouTube channel. I do pause, I do talk over these videos, just a quick reminder that's how I do it. I would strongly urge you to watch this episode of Doctor Who before I talk all over it, and I would also invite you to check out the other content on this channel, including the Rewatch Project with Hannah and Mike, the podcast where my wife Hannah and I go back and rewatch some of our favourite film and television franchises, in addition to the other film, TV and music related pop culture goodness that cohabits on this channel. We also do take PayPal donations to help with the upkeep of this channel, but I would say please do not contribute if doing so causes you any financial hardship. We certainly do not want that. I think that's all of the housekeeping that I need to get into. I don't want to mess around. I want to watch some Doctor Who. So yeah, part 3 of the Daleks Invasion of Earth. Let's watch this right now.
We are under attack. Report to main ram. General alert. Report to main ram. Disregard. Commence the operation.
There's some great sci-fi ideas in this, isn't there? Not just for Daleks, but this idea of, the kind of assimilated humans as, daywalkers for the Daleks. Multiple smart sci-fi ideas. And then you've got all this French resistance stuff going on as well. It's very... feels like literary sci-fi, more so than anything so far we've seen in Doctor Who. Amazing production design on this thing as well. These are real sets.
All right, now let's go.
Yeah, have that. Some ambitious action set piece here. This is pretty epic. This must have been so difficult to produce. I mean, knowing the practical circumstances they had to film under, this must have been so complex. My God. Things are not going well for our heroes. You're weeding that.
Your bombs were useless, Dortmund.
The Doctor and Ian, they were in that saucer.
Man, Barbara's hair is huge in this one. Look at that.
Nearly got him out.
Nearly.
They'll search every inch. They'll destroy every inch. We've made an attack on one of their machines.
Yeah, I get the impression a Dalek would hold a grudge.
It's a waste of time.
It's the only answer.
Well, who's going to use it for you? Me, one man? These two?
These guys are well
Use your
cast.
intelligence.
Tyler's right. London's going to be much too hot for us. But we can't leave now. What if Susan comes back looking for us?
All of the guest performers in this story have been really solid.
But Susan doesn't know the code.
The bottom of Daleks always reminds me of bumper cars. Dodgems in England, by the seaside.
Stay here in the city. Now, order a saucer to take me to the mine workings in central England.
Central England, that's where I'm from. Better not invade Birmingham. They're talking about London though, aren't they?
4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off.
Is that a redone effect? That looks way too good for the time. I think somebody mentioned that there has been some remastered effects or something here. Every element of this production is just really working. I mean, you've got the location footage, location shooting, You've got these great sets, this great effect, sort of miniature effect work. And a lot happening on screen at once.
You are to be robotized.
You're not selling it, mate. Don't mess with Ian. He'll whoop your ass. You can see why it was so appealing for kids to, you know, play Doctor Who in the playground. Because so much of the way it's shot results in this style of acting that's really easy to emulate for kids. Very appealing.
Stop! You killed my Stop! My brother! Stop! Get away from me! Stop! Stop!
This is harsh. Yeah, she's had enough.
We could go to the ship and get away from here.
And what happens if there's something unpleasant in the new place?
Move on somewhere.
Ooh, is he going to be a new companion?
What?
Look, things aren't made better by running away.
Well, it's suicide to stay here.
This is my planet. I just can't run off and see what it's like in Venus.
I never felt there was any time or place that I belonged to. I've never had any real identity.
Nice bit of character development here.
There'll come a time when you're forced to stop traveling, and you'll arrive somewhere.
What is it? Is he all right?
Okay.
He's not so badly hurt, is he?
You almost had a robotomy.
So it's beginning to wear. Put that can under. What about the others? I'll make for the Cornish coast. It's deserted down there. Not much for the Daleks. It's a good
That's where I'd go.
We must stay in London.
Or the Isle of Wight, like in David Shrifford's.
Take this hip flask. It's full.
Oh, more location shooting. That's always welcome. It just changes everything, doesn't it, when you're outside? Just being able to pull the camera back and not worrying about showing edges of the set. You know, and you get that kind of 28 days later feeling as well. How haunting, you know, the last man on earth kind of thing. How haunting just emptiness is. Oh man, are we going to get Daleks in like iconic London environments of the 60s? That's pretty dope. Oh, look at that. That's iconic. I mean, that's as iconic as a Mini or the Beatles. Makes me bloody proud to be English when I see stuff like this. And this must have been amazing for audiences at the time, seeing Daleks in recognisable, iconic English environments. Bloody hell, they're moving. Again, just the speed of movement that you get as soon as you go out on location, because, you know, you don't have these finite, restricted environments. This is good stuff. Great crazy music as well. Almost like Planet of the Apes. This is good stuff. I'm really glad that I'm watching Doctor Who. That was a good decision. I mean, what an incredible part of our cultural history as Brits. I mean, I can see why people are so defensive about the way that the franchise is managed. You know, when you look back and you see the context of its history here in things like this. I'm going to be spoilt for choice for cover art, for the thumbnail for this YouTube video. That's when you know it's been a good one. Oh, they got long arms. Oh, I thought we were going to go down the steps then. Man, this avant-garde music. Like a diegetic sound as well really adds to the effect.
Where do you think he is?
Well, I've been trying to put myself in his place. I'm almost certain he'd head for that mine.
If he's alive.
Well, of course he's alive.
Oh, she's a blooming cheery one.
Why?
What's so special about the Doctor? He doesn't wear some sort of invisible shield, does he?
Jenny, go outside and keep watch.
Apologies for Jenny.
She's not callous, really, you know.
Go out standing.
Who are you? Stop.
Take it easy.
It's the time I should have my stick.
Yes, I have to try and find you one.
Well, there's a couple going spare now.
More reliance on that young man's word than mine, don't you?
Grandfather, it's not that.
Is there going to be a
Simply that he lives in this
split or
town.
division?
He understands the situation.
I've been down as far as the river. And I would be grateful for your help. Yes, well, yes.
Differential.
Of course, young man, yes. Well,
It's almost like he's getting
I suggested
the grandfather's permission.
To walk again, we should travel north. And then we might be able to join up with the resistance party. Mark you, it's only a suggestion. I really should leave it to you, you know. Think it out for yourself.
It's a very good idea, Grandfather.
What?
I said it's a very good idea.
Yes, I think it's a very good idea.
My brother Phil was working.
Nice moment.
And he said, if we can find out what the Daleks are up to, we might be able to beat them.
Well, David looked just now and there were loads of Daleks.
Well, maybe Susan's right. Perhaps we should wait just
I wonder
5
if
minutes more.
was Doc Brown in Back to the Future fashioned off Hart. You know, time traveller, similar look. Is that a thing? Yeah, I really enjoyed that. That was one of the stronger episodes, I'd say. Really leans into the science fiction of it all and the action adventure science fiction as well. Lots of great stuff with the characters. Everybody very engaged and involved in the storyline. All of the extra performances were wonderful. But also just the production value and the location shooting, again, as I said whilst watching it, it just really opens things out and just creates a kind of kineticism that you can't get with the restricted studio filming that the show traditionally has. So that all really just everything that makes this show good was present and kind of at the top of its game. So, and of course, you know, the iconic imagery of the Daleks in London is just so potent, particularly now going back and watching this as a kind of pop cultural artifact. It's really apparent. And I get the feeling that in the history of the show, this must have been one of those gear changes, one of those moments when the show's place in the public consciousness probably went up a notch. It certainly has for me as a first-time viewer. So yeah, really enjoyed that. Looking forward to watching part 4. Quick reminder that I do very much appreciate feedback. So please do leave comments here on the channel. PayPal donations to assist with the upkeep of the channel. Very much appreciated as well, as long as it doesn't cause you any financial hardship to do so. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting back into Doctor Who very soon. So I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.